Hey there, EverlongMystic here. So we are doing a pick a card. There will eventually be piles of cards, but we have four choices here. You choose your own alchemical mystery. So we have choice 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I will be using the Alchemy of Astrology prototype deck. I will be using the Quantum Tarot and the Wild Unknown Tarot Mini to do a reading on each one of these mysteries. Now, there's in the Wild Unknown Alchemy deck, there are 22 mysteries, but I've chosen 4, and I chose not to show them to you because these mysteries they're kind of alive. They're kind of alive within themselves, and they can kind of lead the way here, and there is this intuitive kind of element to the mysteries. So I think it's best that you choose 1 through 4, or choose them all. Doesn't matter, and we'll get you your alchemical mystery message. Okay, for those of you that chose number 1, this is alchemical mystery message number 1. All right, so we have here the peacock's tail, and the peacock's tail is very important because it kind of signifies a much broader perspective. You could see how you've got this full spectrum showing on the card. It's in the book for this deck, it talks about inclusivity, and it also talks about the spectrum, and it gave this example of like it's like the alchemist is changing from having just one vision to multiple perspectives, and it's kind of a big deal because you can picture the tail fanning out and just seeing all of those eyes, like turning one eye into 1,000 eyes. And it's just this complete broadening of perspective that is amazing, and it's something that is most likely happening. So what I'm going to do is I've already pulled all the cards, but the way I set it up is that it's kind of like past, present, future, kind of. So, but it's more like before and after. So this row here is before the peacock's tail. This row here is after the peacock's tail. So let's look before. So we have the card of rot. And actually getting this card rot it's not a bad thing. You think of things being rotten, you're like, oh no. But no. It's actually really cool because this card here is about decomposing old patterns. So somehow prior to this spectrum opening up for you, there had been some kind of recognition of some kind of old pattern that probably went on for a while and resulted in some kind of stagnation here. And it's what's cool is like it allows not only does it renew nutrients, but it allows growth, For some of you, this may have been more of a difficult experience than others. And so here we have the Four of Pentacles, and right away it's that energy of holding on. Like it might have been very hard to finally decompose whatever pattern this was, or if it was multiple patterns, because we have here the Four of Pentacles, which is that really keeping it close, holding on. And the thing is, with even just with this image here, it's like I guess these are little galaxies here, but I mean, they're not worth holding on to because they're dying. They're dying galaxies. It's like whatever here is done, it's meant to be finished, right? And that's kind of what rot does, but it does it in a very efficient and beneficial way. You know what I mean? Because there's, the rotting of plants provides nutrients and, that kind of thing. So here we have the Three of Pentacles. And what I'm seeing is multiple attempts. It's like multiple attempts at tackling something big here. So this all makes sense. And so as far as the peacock's tail, when it finally opens, or maybe it's already open for you, the opening of the peacock's tail, the multiple perspectives. So we have here the Queen of Cups, and in this card, the Queen of Cups is you see Andromeda here, and there is some kind of mythology associated with this card and with Andromeda, where I don't know if it's when she's being rescued or after she was rescued from what was it? Poseidon? No. Perseus? I don't remember. Shit. But anyway, somehow she manages to get chained to a rock as some kind of sacrifice to Poseidon. So that kind of sucks, right? But and it's not something that you really want to think about, because it has, like victim type stuff in it and everything, but that's not really the point. The point of this Queen of Cups showing up as Andromeda is like the point in this card is sometimes the universe will force us to stop and pause, and it gives us this beautiful opportunity to either go inside or reflect on things. So I kind of want to say that this point is coming up because we had it. You have it, right? You've got this period of stagnation, and it's like, decomposition doesn't happen overnight, right? So you've got this period of time where this decomposition is happening, where these old patterns are being taken care of. And, like, what is it like? Is it 30 days or 90 days? It takes the human body or brain to successfully get rid of a habit or something. It takes time, right? And it's cool because it's like the Queen of Cups is also extremely intuitive, extremely perceptive, and she's very compassionate. And that ties right in here to this kind of rainbow energy of like inclusivity and being able to see multiple perspectives at once, and being able to see, more solutions to more problems than you were able to see before. And it seems a little bit social here, like maybe social, maybe political a little bit, but it's two things. It's about you and other people, but the beautiful thing is about how you're able to tap into so much more, and you're able to understand more. And it's this emotional component here that is, to me, the most beautiful. And so let's see, what do we have here? Oh, the Empress. Yeah, that just seals it in. That just seals the deal, because who's the most compassionate, who's the most nurturing? It's the Empress. Yeah. This is like, the Empress is like the Queen of Cups, like, she's like all the queens, really, all put together. So what's after the peacock's tail? So like you do some work, this beautiful thing happens, is alchemized within you. So like what comes after? Ooh, Maki. All right, so let's look at this card. So we have Maki here, and I kind of like this card. I always get a good feeling with this card. And it does talk about the lower heart here, and that is your love for others, I believe. And that kind of ties right in here to the peacock's tail. but it says here environmental wisdom, and I believe the wisdom part here because you are open to, so you can see so many different perspectives now. It's like there's no way you won't gain wisdom from that. You know what I mean? And another thing in this card that I just love seeing is cosmic egg hunting. So this kind of opens the door to some possibilities for you. Cosmic eggs. I mean, you never know what's going to be in a cosmic egg, right? And you've got just this extremely broad spectrum of perception now, and it's like, what are you going to find? I mean, it's just kind of exciting. Ooh, Two of Cups. So here we have the Two of Cups, and what it's depicting on the card. Like, first, I'm noticing right away just this Caduceus. Is it Caduceus? What's the name of that symbol? Where the snakes are going up, and it's that symbol of healing. It's healing. There's healing going on. And what I also like is just the two, like the binary stars here. It's bringing two things together, right? So like you've got two stars, and their gravity they get caught up in each other's gravity, and they orbit themselves. But really, it's like the way these people have their heads bent to each other. I mean, this could very well be like a meeting of the minds, right? Or bringing like two things coming together that produce some kind of healing for the environment or the people around you, or something like that. You know what I mean? What's this? Oh, look at that. This is like it's the judgment card, but it's like a resurrection of some sort by the great spirit, right? I'm seeing this bird here as the like the great spirit in the sky, or just spirit or source or whatever. But it's like something being resurrected here, but it's many things. It's almost like a new form of awakening that has a profound effect on others, which is very beautiful. I love this. So, number 1, this is your message. Okay, so we have option 2, or message 2 here. And this one, let's just go ahead and reveal the alchemical mystery. The mystery we're reading about today for this message is alchemical wedding. Now, for those of you that saw a while back my live where I went through the all signs for the eclipse, I think it was Libra, but I'm not, I don't remember. But for one of the signs, there was a wedding card that came out, and it didn't really feel like traditional. It was like some kind of white dress, and I don't know, a wedding came up, and I think it has something to do with this. So it would be super interesting if those of you that had that sign picked number 2. Anyways, there's a lot in this card here, so I wanted to read the little section in the alchemy book here, because there might be certain things that resonate with certain people. So for the alchemical, oh, that's bright. For the alchemical wedding, it says, "All hail the alchemical wedding. The laboratory morphs into a dreamlike dance floor, and all your allies, fellow alchemists, and ancestors are here to witness the celebration. What was once lost has been found. What was once denied has come fully into the alchemist's embrace. The work is often felt as serious and studious, but the alchemical wedding is a moment of levity and lightness. When this card arrives, it is of utmost importance to mark the occasion. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Honor and acknowledge those who have helped you along the alchemical path. Ooh, it's making me emotional. You've come so far. Energy radiates from the uniting of opposites and the redrawing of life's blueprint. The new form has arrived. The unknown has become known. You'll be back to your as existential queries and tinkering ways in no time. Now the work is to revel in the miracles. Oh my gosh, I just love that. All right, so now you see why I had to read that, because there's a lot going on here with this alchemical wedding. So let's look and see. So we have 2 rows here. This is before the alchemical wedding. This is during or a description of the, and this is what after. So before the alchemical wedding, we have the energy of magnet. And so this is in the 5th house of the 5th house. It says pleasures here. And that can be also creativity, the house of love. And that's Leo energy, which I think Leo, yeah, fixed fire. And the keywords here are universal soul attraction. So there is definitely something going on where you got to some certain point in your life where you found this crazy, like not crazy, but like you were attracted to something, or something was attracted to you in a big way. What else does it say here? It talks about pleasures and esoteric entanglements and playtime, something you're drawn towards. I feel like this is a complete mix of things, like in your physical life and your spiritual life, like coming together and just drawing you to something, right? And I love the way, look at this. Look how the card blends in, like whatever this red color is, it's like it's part of this wedding. It's interesting. So there's a link between whatever this thing you were drawn to, or this, concept or thing or what have you, person, whatever you were drawn to, something happened. Like there's alchemy here, and it kind of links these 2 things together. And even in the book, it talks about the meeting of opposites, like the union of opposites, actually. So let's look more about this attraction, or this magnet energy. So here we have the king. We have the King of Pentacles here. So it's definitely things like happening in your material or physical life, right? And because it's the king, it's like there's these series of events that happened. And this is a card of Saturn as well. So many lessons learned, I bet. But it's like you had to get to this point in your life in order to experience this attraction, or being drawn to something this particular way, which is leading to this alchemical wedding. Yeah, the Emperor, exactly. So the Emperor, that's kind of like kind of sealing the deal on you getting to that point. It's like I want to say you kind of you got to the point of mastery of something, and then like this magnetizing energy appeared. You know what I mean? It's something like that. And I think there's some kind of importance here with because we just started the eclipse tunnel. So, and there's an eclipse right on this card. It might be something that through the eclipse tunnel, this is some kind of experience that's happening for you. So That's the before. So the alchemical wedding itself, this celebration. Well, it's a lot of things. You know what I mean? That's why I had to read the book. Um, so here we have the Three of Pentacles, and this is about. It's like it's showing, like the pentacles themselves on the card are showing just the anatomy of, whatever you call it, an atom, I think. Yeah, like the anatomy of an atom, and it's about things coming together, because the Three of Pentacles, it's like this can be collaboration. This can be working together with others, or or other people helping you. And that's one of the things that is being celebrated here with this alchemical wedding, is like you you or your fellow alchemists, like all the alchemists out there that have contributed to you getting to the point where you are now, even if it was just a word they said, or um, it could be anything, right? It's just it's about recognizing all the bits and pieces that make the whole of where you are now, and why you're supposed to pause and celebrate. And it's funny because there's I think there's something else in the book on, like, on one of the side portions, and it says, it talks about, like, we've all heard radical acceptance, right? Well, this is radical presence, like really, really being present. Ooh. So we have the Son of Cups here, and the Page of Cups for me is always this. My first go-to is it's my listening card, and this is being receptive. This is being receptive. It's like being open to receive, but also like being open to listen. You know what I mean? So if you are one if you are an alchemist out there that is going to be celebrated or is being celebrated, allow yourself to receive that celebration. Allow it. Because I feel like there are some new things that you are going to be tuning into with your cosmic ear. So let's look at what's after the alchemical wedding. Moon in Cancer. So the key, oh, look at that. The key words here is intuition, initiations. Talk about being receptive. That is awesome. Be receptive with your cosmic ear, because after this alchemical wedding is intuition, initiations. It says clearing toxic emotions, an open veil. Nurture, womb, protect. Yeah, I think this is more about the intuition than anything else. There is some kind of veil opening, and this could be you, some kind of veil opening for you, or you opening some kind of veil for others. I really feel like it could go either way. Because we do have these meeting of opposites here, right? And check it out, dude. I could not have planned this. But look, you've got this red color from this card seeping in here, and then you've got this greenish yellow right here coming in as this snake. That is really cool. Like it's all a part. It's like a part of the atom particles, or you know what I mean? So here we have the Strength card. We have the Strength card. So we see here we do see the Maiden and the Lion here, and it's about knowing when to use that fire, that creativity. And so here It's like you've already had a taste of it with the magnet, because this magnet, there's fixed fire in here, and that's fixed fire, that's Leo. The house 5 is Leo. So you've got the Leo experience, right? You've got that experience. You've dealt with that energy before. Here, this is you having a bit more control over it, and not so, not so, well, it's funny because it's like you have more control over it, therefore, you're not as controlling. That's, it's tricky, but that's what it feels like here. It's like because you've gone through this in the past and allowed this celebration to happen, the recognition or what have you, it's like and for some of you this is all about recognizing other people. But for some of you it's about, allowing yourself to be recognized, because like Leo energy, I don't think Leo energy has a problem with being recognized, because it just kind of goes with that sign. But this isn't about Leo. I mean, it's about the alchemical wedding and what comes before and after, so it's like you've got the self having, like, having this wisdom, knowing when to use your strength, when to not use your strength. And so here, so we have justice. This is the truth. It's like, it's almost like you're being prepared here for some kind of cosmic truths coming your way. The thing about justice and the thing about cosmic truths is that sometimes we like what we see, we like the answer, we like the truth. Sometimes we don't. But regardless, we've got again this dark and light are opposites, right? We've got these opposites, dark and light. It's like justice is blind. It's not being seen as positive or negative. It just is. It's like you are preparing yourself to be able to intuitively see what just is. And what just is, that's radical presence. Such a cool message. I love this. Okay, we have Alchemy Mystery Message number 3. So we have the Ouroboros, we have the Great Serpent. I had to have this as one of the choices. So, the Great Serpent. I'm going to go ahead and just read from the book because there's a lot of juicy stuff in here about the Great Serpent. Alright, so the Ouroboros is the all-encompassing glyph of the alchemical process. The hungry snake bends itself around you in a gesture of protection and guardianship, giving you the space and the safety to participate in the work. Anything and everything can be offered into its mouth for transformation. Good, bad, blasphemous, or precious. The materials of our life transmutate into gems along the Great Serpent's spine. Along with your woes, the Ouroboros engulfs every pair of opposites. And that's interesting because the message number 2 had something specific in there about the union of opposites. So what is masculine becomes feminine, what is sky becomes earth, what is past becomes the future. When this card appears, you've entered the quantum realm. And I'm using the quantum tarot. That's so cool. Everything is a possibility. No one knows the limits of the Ouroboros. Just when you fell into thinking that your life was straightening out, the snake takes you once again into its gaping mouth for an entirely new trajectory. Oof. Okay. Oh, and there's a note here that it says, know that the Great Serpent eats itself, not others. That seems important. Okay, let's get started. So, what we've got is we've got a row here and a row here. This is before the serpent. This is after the serpent. And because the great serpent is kind of a part of us, it's with us. You know what I mean? Like it's always there. So, it's not so much before the great serpent appears and after it, it's more of this awareness. I want to say this is a special awareness of the great serpent within, without kind of thing. So before we have the energy of compose. This is mutable fire. It's house 9. So house 9 is the house of travel. It's the house of knowledge and beliefs. Sagittarius energy here. That's interesting. Number 74, that's my birth year. And I'm a Sagittarius rising. So there might be something here about something about your rising sign. Or that could just be for me. But there's definite Sagittarius energy here showing up. And the big keyword here is reprogramming. So before this, I want to say intimate kind of awareness of this great serpent, there was you went through some period of reprogramming. This could be your initial awakening, but it's talking here about, yeah, journeying to higher knowledge. So there was some kind of like kickoff point that set you in the right direction. Oh, look at that. So we have the 10 of Cups here. So what we're seeing, like, there's a lot of, what is this, like a circular galaxy or whatever? But it's like there's a lot of activity in the rings here. It's the 10 of Cups, so it's really the ultimate goal is it's like long-term contentment, right? So it's like starting off on this path, or even like following your North Node. That's the path towards your long-term contentment here. And something kicked it off, right? Something got you, the little boost got you started. Yeah, it lit the match, right? It lit the match. So somehow, prior to this intimate awareness of the great serpent, something was lit within you. A trajectory was born or started, you know what I mean? And so, as far as the great serpent goes, we have the King of Pentacles. That's very similar. That's similar to mystery number 2. I feel like this might be related to mystery number 2 as well, but like a different viewpoint. Because everything is so mingled sometimes, But we have here the King of Pentacles, which is Saturn energy. This is you going through your life, learning some hard lessons and reaching a certain point, right? The world. There's something about the world. What did it say? Hold on. Yeah, it was the side note. I knew there's something about the world. It like kind of triggered. I didn't read the whole sentence when I read the little note. Let me read that real quick for you. It says, note that the great serpent eats itself, not others. The work starts and ends with the alchemist themselves through this remembrance. Oh, remembrance, right? It's like that awareness that we're talking about. And it says the alchemist learns, it says through this remembrance, the alchemist learns to service the world. That is freaking cool. I knew there was something about the world. Okay, so let's look at after this awareness, or after this remembrance even. Ooh, Aqua Regia. This one is tricky. Oh, Dragon's Blood. Oh, no way. Okay, so we have Dragon's Blood here. This is tricky because over here it seems like you went through a lot to get to a pretty happy place, or at least something you're that has lasting contentment, right? And the thing is, it's like once you're aware, you can't be unaware. You know what I mean? Hence the ups and downs of spiritual awakening and the process and all that fun stuff, right? So we have this Aqua Regia. It's Dragon's Blood. It mentions dimension resolving, a destructive force, rule breaking, corrosive endings, discovery of truth. Now, discovery of truth, that is also linked to the mystery number 2, the Alchemic Mystery 2 reading, discovering truth. Dissolves gold in noble metals. Okay, so I want to say here with this Dragon's Blood, it's like kind of reminds me of like when like when you're in school, you're in elementary school, and then you get to a certain grade and you are the king of the crop, right? You're the king of pentacles. You're like, yep, I've mastered all of this. I know it all. You know, I'm at the top here. And then you go to like, high school or something where you're a freshman and you're like, oh man, I'm a little fish. I'm a little fish in a big pond, and this is so intimidating, and it's like starting all over again. Well, guess what? That's part of this. That's in the serpent's belly, right? That's just one thing that goes in the serpent's belly. The Ten of Cups is in the serpent's belly. The having things flip on you is also in the serpent. It's just it's part of it, right? So I want to say that there could be a period after this that is slightly overwhelming because you're getting used to the energies. You're getting used to what you know. You're getting used to navigating. It's like this whole new world opens up for you, and it's like, whoa, there's so much information. And then we have math. All right, we have the Lover's card. It's the Lover's card, and on this one, it's what is it? Force equals gravity, mass. That's the equation for gravity. And the thing about gravity, it's like gravity has to do with attraction, and that's another link. Attraction is another link to reading number 2, I think. Or is that reading 1? I don't know. Watch them all. So force equals gravity over, math, physics. The thing about gravity though is like it's really only a big deal when you're dealing with huge, massive things, right? Like planets and stars and stuff. Like, like me taking a card and dropping it, not a big deal. Not a huge force, right? So the threat, it's almost like the threat of all of these big, massive things, and how good are they? How bad are they? What are they going to do to me? How am I going to survive it? Or, like fear of the future kind of thing. You're not going to have to worry about that right away. It's like you're going to find your way. You're going to find your way through your awareness, through your remembrance, through the things that you already know, right? And you're going to follow, it's like this path of attraction here. What's attracted to you, what you're attracted to. Because we also have, like, this is the Lovers, right? And that's like that, like the two stars, like a binary system where it's like you're going to you're going to be attracted to something. The bigness of you is going to be attracted to the bigness of something else, and you are going to mingle. Okay, you're going to mingle, and it's like what mingles in there? A lot of this, a lot of this. So it's like you're not necessarily losing this 10 of cups by through your awareness of the serpent. It's still there. It's still in the serpent's belly. It's still available for you, right? Yeah, but you're gonna feel like a newbie. We have the Daughter of Pentacles. You you might feel like a newbie, but you know what? Everybody does when they're learning something new. When they're learning something new, you have to start you have to start at the bottom, and you gotta start somewhere. So I just feel like it's okay. It's like, think of how gentle and vulnerable this Daughter of Pentacles is. That's gonna be you, and the universe knows it. The universe knows it. All right, this is your message number 3. Okay, so we have Alchemic mystery message number 4. All right. Oh, nice, nice. This is the Raven's Head. The Raven's Head, and I'm gonna read the book because this one is juicy too. All right. So this is about initiation, the ordeal, the work begins. So though alchemy is filled with a myriad of open-ended symbols, the Raven's Head has a precise message. It arrives to mark the beginning the beginning of the work. This card indicates something has occurred, either known or unknown, to initiate the spinning of the alchemical wheel. With its mighty churning, things are about to change on every level. The Raven's work cannot be undone, just as the pill cannot be unswallowed or the pearl turned back to sand. You may be overwhelmed or think the journey ahead is not for you. Your doubts matter not to the Raven, as its appearance signifies it has chosen you. You are ready, and the moment is now. Can you go back to the way things were? Can you pretend nothing has changed? The Raven caws a clear no. It does not apologize, as it knows your destiny is great. Okay, wow. I feel like this is a big one, although all of them have been big messages in my opinion. Okay, so the Raven's Head. So we're going to look before and after, because even in the description of the card in the book, it said something led to this point. So we're going to look before the Raven's Head and after the Raven's Head. Oh, man. Okay, so we have Maria Prophetisma, which this is a big deal because this is the mother of alchemy. We are literally doing alchemic mystery readings. You get this Raven's Head, and it's like the beginning of the work, right? So like, which means you've already been doing alchemy, whether you are aware or not aware. But it's almost as if the mother of alchemy has taken notice. Because like the Raven's Head chooses you, right? She's the creatrix of the Philosopher's Stone. She represents the all-encompassing cosmic womb, balanced frequencies, true alchemy, completeness. I want to say that there is some kind of major chapter in your life that you've brought something to full completion before, like a huge task. And man, it's like every one of these messages, there's some kind of like accomplishment or period of time or awakening or something that leads up to this point. And yours is fantastic. You've completed some kind of feat of true alchemy here that's being noticed by the mother of alchemy, by the Raven's Head. You're being chosen to start some kind of work. You see, look, you have the strength card here. It's like you were seen in action. Oh, my ears are ringing. You were seen in action here. And what's really cool about this strength card in the quantum deck is that it talks about the what is it, this is a theory of relativity. It's the like when you have two massive things, right? When they get close, it warps. It tends to warp like the space-time continuum. So it's like you were seen in action, like you were seen alchemizing, you were seen um being able to warp space and time. Maybe it's just I don't know. You can read into that whatever you want, however it applies to you, but it's kind of a big deal, you know? Reason to celebrate. And so, what is this? Yeah, that's what it's like. That's what lit the match. It's like you were seen. It's almost like you were seen, like being able to either defend yourself properly or maneuver properly or something, because even here it talks about balanced frequencies. It's like perhaps there was some kind of frequency within you that was just haywire or completely out of balance, and you, through some great feat, managed to balance it yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like something almost miraculous. Maybe miraculous to some. But here it's like you're able to defend yourself. It's like you activated the beacon. You activated the beacon to being seen by the universe. So with this work beginning, what is this Raven's Head? What is this about? So we have the Emperor here. That's two majors in a row. We have the Emperor here, and it's funny because in this deck, the Emperor is it's a strong force. And like we're literally coming from the strength over here to a strong force. So obviously whatever you've done over here plays a very big role in what's going on right here. And the Emperor, does have leadership qualities. The Emperor makes sure that things get done, you know? And it's like, yeah, we all have free will, but the Emperor can represent your will. Like, but the thing is, everybody has will, but it takes a certain person, not a certain person, but it takes getting to a certain point where you can, like at the strength card, where you know how to use force, but it's not just about using force. You know what I mean? It's about knowing when to use it, knowing when to not use it. And because you have this skill here, this bending, right? Like you're not using just brute force to bend things to suit your will. It's more than that. It's bigger than that, right? It's not that simple, right? But you've proven that you are capable of embodying that or knowing that and using it for the greater good, because the emperor takes care of not just a kingdom, all the kingdoms. You know what I mean? It's with responsibility comes, with power comes great responsibility. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, this is like you got the Mother of Swords here. This is the discerning watcher. This is you being seen. This is you being seen. The raven head chooses you. And it can be a little bit of, like it said in the book, it can be very intimidating to feel like you're chosen for something and not know what to do with it. But and it's not so much about, I don't know, like the word ego comes to mind, because it's like we're not talking about the toxic traits of the emperor here. We're talking about, it's just that's not part of this. That doesn't belong here. You know what I mean? But it can be intimidating to see, like, okay, well, I'm chosen to do some work here. So, like, what do I do, or what's next? And then Mars shows up. Oh dear. Okay. So we have Mars. Oh my gosh, this is a big deal. Okay. Oh my gosh. Who chose number 4? This is war. This is war with 1. Okay, so we have Mars energy here, right? And it even talks about all your cells, like your entire body. Mars is Aries energy. It's can be house 1, personality. Oh, personality, like war with 1. Oh my gosh, this is yourself. It's like, is there ever an end to the transformations here? All right, so war with 1. Oh, it says power and strength. That's both of these right here. Talks about your bones, your skeleton, all of your physical cells. Tenacity, abundance. I almost feel like there's going to be a period of uncomfortability here, because you know how to do the work. You're completely capable. It's obvious with the cards here that you are completely capable, but it almost feels like something's going down. Like something is going to be completely, you're going to be at war with yourself. It's like something about all your cells. It's like there's something that is going to end or be completely deconstructed within you. It's almost like another stage. And I think you've probably experienced something like this before. I mean, it could be a revelation. It's like it could be just one of those many times when you find out as you grow that everything you freaking know is wrong in some way. It's like, it's just part of growing. It's part of spiritual growth. You know what I mean? And you've made it very far. War with 1. That's in, like, with yourself. Ugh. Good thing you're strong. 13. Oh, that's the death card. Oh, interesting. So we have the death card here. Yeah, there's an ending. OMG. There's an ending. It's so weird. It's like you're gonna destroy something. But I mean, but it's a good thing. I wonder what it is. I get it might be different depending on who you are. So I like the death card though in this deck because it's talking about matter and antimatter. Like when you have like a particle and an antiparticle and they meet, they destroy themselves. But some new energy is created in that process. So I mean that could even be how the universe was born or something. But that is super interesting because it seems intimidating. It seems almost violent in a way. Just, I'm at war with myself, destroy. But, like, there's a purpose, though, to create some kind of new energy. The thing is, energy isn't created or destroyed. So, like, we were talking particles, not necessarily energy. It's weird. So, it's like something is being aggressively eliminated in order to reveal something new. Huh. Oh, look at this. So we have the Two of Swords. Not only are we getting, this is the second one of these readings that has an eclipse in it. So eclipse tunnel. This might be the second. Oh, because we have an X. Look, that's the path. So we had the first path, right? We had the first path. And during the second path, something is going to be revealed. I think if you don't know what the work is, you will by then. That's interesting. But another thing, though, just about the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, you're kind of like stopping something, right? I mean, ending something. Could be removing something, right? Eliminating something in order to see something else. But like the Two of Swords is like you're putting the noise on pause, you're putting everything on pause in order to either make a decision or to see something. You know what I mean? So it kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense here. Wow, this is like really cool. All right, so number 4, this is your message. All right, see you later.